NBA sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run on first down with Akers. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Murphy, and he finds it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here's Akers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's yours.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, 49ers nothing. Sam Sloman to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Walton, that's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Walton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. This is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
First and 10. Walton, that's caught by his running back Raheem Mostert. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, Walton. They'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
32-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for him on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Walton will fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
To throw on third down. Walton. And that will be incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep here for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Pick by Tarvarius Moore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Samson Abukum make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw from his end zone, Walton. It's rolling for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Moore. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Walton, that's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again. Walton. And open, that's Deebo Samuel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
A gain of 9 yards. And a 49er.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun. Walton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Walton. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Walton. It's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. the gun. Walton. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw. Walton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 2nd down throw on target. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Terrarius Moore. And a return across midfield into the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing on 1st down. Walton. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Walton. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that is incomplete.
The pass, incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 48-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's taken down inside the 30. Added the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now, Akers, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll go again here with Akers. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard
line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, Walton. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. Then his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Rams 24.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Walton. Going to throw right side here. Complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a
gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun. Walton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Lewis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
On 4th down. Walton, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Parker, left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses in front.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
On the play, recovered by San Francisco.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really held by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.